How do you guys like
aged pussy?
Shut the fuck up. Romanian dumbbells or deadlifts are exhausting.
Are they?
Yeah.
What do you do with Romanian
Dumbbell deadlifts.
dumbbell deadlifts?
You take some dumbbells and you do deadlifts. And
How do you say that? Can you say that 3 times fast?
Romanian dumbbell deadlifts, Romanian dumbbell deadlifts, Romanian dumbbell deadlifts.
Ooh, you can. I got him.
You got me.
Welcome to AnythingCast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And I brought the boys a honey-baked ham and put it in the center of the table. So
really good.
If you hear us eating ham, we're just eating ham. That's all that is. Why did you do Romanian deadlifts? What's the difference?
Because they're dumbbells, and I didn't want to do it with a bar.
Dumbbells are the round ones, right? They got the handle on them.
Yeah.
So you look like a 1930s
I look like a
circus guy.
Yeah, I look like a grandpa.
Hell yeah, dude. I wanted to be one of those guys when I was a kid. I wanted to be one of those like circus dudes.
Yeah, just like
They seem so happy.
in the leotard, like holding a sledgehammer next to the bell thing,
Yeah, they seem like the happiest people in the world.
like picking up 1,000 pounds casually.
I wonder what life like for those people was actually like. It probably wasn't that nice. They lived in the circus.
Pretty sure it was hellish.
Uh-huh. What did those guys do? Were they
Like the
strongmen?
circus strongmen usually. Yeah.
Normally, honestly, I think the strongmen were okay. They just probably weren't paid that well, but they had okay. They had it okay compared to I think the rest of the circus.
Yeah, a lot of the freak show.
Because I think what they do is stuff like they'd pick up benches. They'd pick up benches with people on them. They'd pick up barbells that weighed a fuck ton.
It's weird to think that used to be if you were fucking weird, you could join the circus and that would be your job.
Well,
Yeah.
you had to be like really weird though. You had to be like deformed.
Yeah,
or
if you were
something.
disfigured.
Or stupid strong.
Or stupidly stupid.
Yeah, anything really. If you were just a sight to behold by any measure,
If you just sit around rolling your turds into balls and eating them, then
could you just put a black guy in the circus in Europe? Is that a thing? Could you
Probably in I don't know, the 1300s.
not by the time circuses were a thing.
Yeah.
when did circuses become a thing?
Like 1800s, I want to say.
I don't know.
I have
No,
clue
they might
either.
have existed before then, but the thing I'm thinking of is
A troop.
Barnum
You're
and
the
Bailey.
theater major, Eric.
Yeah, circus is a little off to the left from my thing.
Yeah, you're thinking of a troop is what
Yeah.
you're thinking of.
Eric's too
There were like
right-wing
traveling
for-
troops of like acrobats and stuff. It did kind of go hand in hand with theater to a certain degree, but
Speaking of theater, Eric, do you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
no, but it looks all right.
Patrick, did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No, I don't know what that is. What
Are you
is that?
guys excited for the next season?
No, I'm not.
Is it going to be the longest season yet?
Well, don't be. Unfortunately, Andre Brogner he died.
Andre
Yeah.
Brogner?
Yeah.
Not Andre Brogner. My hero.
He was
The Brogster.
Chief Holt.
Goddamn.
Or Captain Holt. He was Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Goddamn, my
I
hero.
thought Terry
Actually,
Crews
very
was
sad.
Like the captain. in
No,
that.
he's one of the detectives.
Oh,
I mean, it's
okay.
actually really sad. He was my favorite character.
You've
Well, that
watched
sucks.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
A little bit, not that much though.
That does legitimately suck, though.
For some reason in my head it was a British show, but now considering the fact that it's called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I should have thought better.
You know, it had like, what's his name?
That funny
Andy
guy.
Samberg,
Is that the funny guy?
I guess. The
Andy
main
Samberg's
funny-
the guy from
Lonely Island. and
Lonely
stuff.
Island.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's like the main character.
Oh, wait, I do know what this show is.
And
it's
Terry
a comedy
Crews.
show.
Yeah, it's a comedy show.
I've
Yeah,
seen-
yeah.
Buddy, it's a
Do
buddy
you,
cop
do you
comedy
remember the captain?
TV show.
He had the
the
white
black
shirt.
guy?
Yeah,
The black guy's dead?
yeah.
Dude.
Not Terry Crews.
Not Terry Crews.
Oh, okay.
the other
Not Terry
one.
Crews, the older one.
Yeah, the older black guy.
What's
What-
what's
the
his
older
name?
captain.
the older looking one. Let's be honest. I'm not sure how old Terry Crews is, and he'll
I don't
probably
know.
look like
but the
that in
captain,
his 80s.
he was in the captain uniform.
Andre Brower, cause of death. What? Let me see his fucking picture. No, I have no clue who this fucking guy
That guy
is.
had the funniest lines.
He looks like so easy to draw.
It's an odd way to look at that, but
Doesn't he though? He's got such a weird
No.
fucking shape to his head. Mr. Brower, I'm sorry, rest in peace, but you look so easy to draw. I'm
Anyways,
tempted to
He had the funniest lines. Rest in peace.
Patrick draw Andre Brower and put it up on the screen.
I could see that guy giving a real good deadpan delivery.
Oh, he did. He had amazing deadpans.
Mm-hmm.
He had such a good dry humor.
I believe it.
While
Rest in peace, funny man.
while you were outside, we were looking deeper into the internet historian as a Nazi.
It is
stuff.
a fucking stretch.
Yeah, it's a fucking shit show.
Yeah, I kind of figured after a minute.
Like it's on the level of Nazi conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Nazis giving you, like I'm talking like our neighbor talking to us about the Jews controlling media levels of conspiracy theory.
Yeah, you're yeah, our neighbors do be doing that. You talking about the really old one?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He
That dude gets magazines from what did you say it was?
I have no idea what the name of it is, but it's so awesome. He gets like these
Don't
cool
say it's awesome.
It is. It's like modern fantasy magazines.
No, it's literally Christian, like neo-fascist Christian dogma shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
propaganda.
okay.
But
Yeah.
like it's like if you look at it as like a tabletop setting and like take all of it as a fact, it makes the world sound so interesting.
Well, yeah, Warhammer 40K sounds really interesting until the prospect of living in it becomes a reality.
Yeah. But we don't live in the thing that's in this guy's magazines, and it's awesome
But
to
he's
read them.
trying to bring that kind of thought.
No, I think he
process
just
to the
believes
He's
it
in a
actually
death
exists.
cult, Patrick.
So is most of the world. But
I mean, Christianity is a death cult.
That's
but-
what I'm
That's the
referring
joke.
to.
That's the
Yeah,
joke. You
it's-
didn't have to explain it.
But the magazines are
fine.
cool. They've got like badass pictures of like a guy with a gun and an eagle on the front of it, and it says like USA in like giant bold letters. And you open it up, and it's like, here's 17 reasons why the world is ending before 2025.
Oh, pish posh.
And
The
then,
world's
yeah, but it's
always
fucking awesome. You
ending.
read that shit, and then it's like it's like the Bible says this, and then the black lamb, and it's like here's some.
Black Lamb,
Here's the
fucking
things that Obama did.
Oh, yeah,
that
there
will-
it is. It's
yeah.
Obama.
Here's the things that
I got-
Obama did that prove he was the Antichrist.
I
I'm like,
got a
this is
little-
awesome.
I got a little black lamb you can kiss.
No, Obama like just kind of
Why is
chilling
it
back and
black?
retiring.
That's the color of my butthole.
Oh, okay. I thought. Well, wait. Why is it black? Shouldn't it be? You know,
doesn't go
like,
get it bleached like some people do.
Yeah, Patrick.
look. I appreciate health and keeping myself clean and making it look nice. Eric sees it like what, twice a day. I've got it. I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, working in the
It is
kennel.
a hair more pleasant,
Exactly.
especially without the hair.
And I was gonna say. I mean, speaking of hair.
Oh my god, did you guys know that on YouTube you can look up a guy who's shaving his asshole fully?
Naring. He's naring his asshole.
Like,
But
I don't know
yes.
what that means, but
Nair is like a stuff you put on there and then the hair falls off.
Yeah, it's chemical shaving.
oh, crazy.
Yeah, he nares
hair
his
removal.
asshole. but
Anyways,
yes.
you can watch it fully, and it's like an educational video.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, you can
You guys, you want me to put that
You
on
guys
in the
are
background
not
while we
particularly, no.
That guy is a
No.
legend, though, for
Yeah,
figuring
he's
that out.
his entire channel is shit like that. I looked up a lot of his stuff after I saw that. I was like, no fucking way. And then a lot of his channel is just him explaining different like grooming techniques and like
Fair enough.
like how to douche yourself. He does like a video on how
Oh.
to douche yourself and shit.
Okay.
So I mean,
All right. I mean, shit.
Every
That's
time you
your.
nibble.
Yeah.
It's not the job I would have picked for you, but if that's your thing, that's
seriously,
your thing.
all I could think was like, what do his parents think he does?
Thank you, Doc Brown, or whatever.
Teach people grooming techniques.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he says on paper, too. I nair my asshole for the internet to watch.
I don't know
Put
if he
that
goes
on
into
all
the
of his
nuance.
resumes,
I
yeah.
would personally go, if you don't want to know, don't ask questions.
That's what
You
I
put
tell
that
everybody.
on your job fucking interview.
Yeah, on the resume.
On
What
the
is your previous
application.
work experience? You don't want to fucking know.
Let's just say I have motivation. I have good work ethic.
You know,
I'll
that
stick
reminds me of those.
anything up there. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Is that what you told your employer before you got the job at the dog kennel? So have you guys seen those like wild insertion videos?
No.
Not since 2010s, no. But I
I
stopped
mean, like,
watching
I-
the Pain Olympics too.
Well, I mean,
so-
like I'm just saying, like women, you know, mostly it's just like giant dildos and shit.
yeah, where you can like see it like in
I mean,
their
I've
stomach
seen
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
I'm
wild
impressed.
insertion,
You know, it's
it's
like the
just-
same thing.
Yeah,
Like somebody would do that and then
sure.
make their money off of it. At some point, I gotta like, I respect the hustle. That's
I
all
mean,
it is.
I saw a
Oh
couple.
my, do you want to
and then I
hear the
was done
most
with it.
hustly shit that I've ever seen for
Sure.
like a porn star?
Sure.
Someone was trying to sell nudes via Animal Crossing stamps.
And how does that work?
So I don't know exactly how it works. From what I can gather from just seeing the picture,
Mm-hmm.
is you can take a picture with the Switch and upload it to Animal Crossing. And via stamps, you can send it on the mail with like a friend code.
Okay.
So the idea, I think, is she was selling her friend code, and you could get or she was selling her Patreon, and which would give you access to her friend code, maybe. And so she would then send you a nude via
A personalized letter.
yeah.
That's kind
What
of
a
like the most
roundabout-
1800 shit I've ever heard.
Right? Like, what a roundabout way to do that. Like,
Dear
what
Margaret,
people are
it's been 38 days since I have
Do you
seen
think-
your sweet pussy.
How much? I don't know. That sounds kind of kinky. How much would you
I mean-
have to pay someone actually, like, legitimately, do you think, to like go along with that?
My wife would probably do that for me if I was just really asked her to.
She might be into that.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
I was like,
She's conservative enough that might be hot for her.
yeah, send me snail mail news. Send it to the P.O. box at
That'd
work.
do
that'd be
live in the
so
same house,
fucking
so I guess you
funny.
just like leave each other letters occasionally or something.
That would be pretty good.
That would be so fucking funny.
Yeah,
All
right.
I'm thinking is like with this Animal Crossing thing, like, does that mean that you could just like take a picture of your nuts and send it to your friends through via Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
they
you
open it up,
could.
it's just a picture of your nuts, like, oh, god damn it!
Yeah,
I
you
just
could.
don't understand all these roundabout ways people go to try and get spank material. Like,
It's the
X
process.
video is right there.
It's the process. It's the hunt, Eric. People need, now that we have such easy access, sometimes to get off, you need to have the hunt. There's got to be a process involved. It can't just be that easy. If it's that easy, then, you know, it just everything's
See,
fucked.
and that's why I think porn games need to really start taking off.
If
mean,
porn games not really taking, they've definitely made me take off
kinda
once or
gotten-
twice.
They've gotten better.
They've gotten their
we
niche
need a new
established.
bump. I think we need a new major porn game to come out.
A AAA porn game,
That I don't know if that's the next step, but maybe yes, that'd be the next big leap.
a Devil May Cry porn game.
But like I think what was the
officially licensed by Capcom.
what was the last like big porn game that came out? It was like a space game. It
Oh,
had a
the
huge-
one that everybody got
yes,
upset about.
It had a huge Kickstarter.
Yeah, it did. It made so much money.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Patrick, put up the name of whatever that game was. I don't remember what that game was called, but they made so much money.
Yeah, but so like we need another like that to come out.
But
like,
they didn't do
'cause, like,
well.
Well, yeah. Or another Honey Bop.
Is Honey Pop's not like really a porn game,
Yeah,
is it?
it is. It's got full nudes and everything.
Does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like a soft core type
No,
of thing.
no, it's a full on porn game.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And this
Fucking and everything. Fucking and everything.
Yeah.
do you ever like turn the filter off on Steam for like getting rid of adult searches?
Yeah.
If you turn that shit off, all the top selling games at any given time are just porn games.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yes.
It's so I was like, I'm in the wrong fucking business. Like obviously, porn games
Oh.
are like the top
I've
selling
never
games
done
on
That
Steam.
anything
is-
more
that
than
is
like the
part of the
meat and
reason-
fuck games on like Flash or whatever back in the day.
That is
haven't really
part of
played
the
any
reason
real-
I think we're already in this cyberpunk timeline, because like look at cyberpunk media. What are like the two big things? Corporations rule everything, which they already do,
Fair.
and then the next thing is everyone's a debauched degenerate,
Yeah.
and we are.
Fair.
Well, not you, Will.
Most people.
Yeah, well, we can't all be out here sending letters with pictures of our balls to our friends through snail mail
On Animal Crossing.
on Animal Crossing or through USPS. Would you guys be upset if I sent you a personalized Christmas letter and then had a picture of my balls in there
I wouldn't be.
via USPS?
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be upset. I'd just be like, why?
Because then you're like, you open it up and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, is that a picture of his balls? Like, come on.
Just immediately sell it to Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leak your balls. Don't test me.
They look, I guarantee you, they
I
look like
leaked
a
his
lot of
balls
other balls.
yesterday.
Wouldn't be the first time. I've sent a picture of my balls to Will before.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I got up from work and went to the bathroom and took a picture of my nuts and sent him a picture of my nuts because he was talking about like those novelty ads, those porn game ads on YouTube. And he was like, man, look at what fucking YouTube's advertised to me. They know what kind of shit that I'm into. And then I was like, yeah, dude, I got one of those not far
I
back.
said what I'm into. I was just like, gosh, YouTube is fucking blatant these days.
He said, God, you look up stepmom anal fisting once.
Stuck.
And that's all they ever send you from
You
now
look at Stuck in Dryer on YouTube.
You look at furry porn one time for research, and they won't quit advertising it.
research. Yeah, you got to do that research.
What was he researching? How long it takes to jack off to furry porn?
Well, what were your findings, Will?
5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, that's not that bad. Are you guys able to jack off in like not even 3 minutes, like 30 seconds if you really have to?
If I'm really horny, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're in that situation where you're like, I really want to jack off, I've got like
now and again.
I'm like
so
really
horny
horny,
that
sure.
I just like grab onto it and go to town.
I don't
immediately.
like being fast.
I mean, nobody
Yeah.
likes it. I'm just saying, like, if you're in a situation where you're like, okay, I've got this much time approximately, somebody's in, like, you live with Reed. Reed's like in the bathroom. You're like, okay, I think I can crank one out like fast enough.
Oh, I mean, like, sure, but I'd have to be like super horny.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like people get mad not mad, but people get like weirded out when you're like, yeah, I can jack off in 30 seconds if I really fucking want to. If I'm really in the mood to do it.
I think you find it impressive, but nobody else does.
Not impressive. I think other people find it like the opposite of impressive. They're like, oh, you're a quick shot, you know? Like you can jack off in 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Because I mean, there are people out there who like they need like an hour and a half to jack off.
I generally prefer to sit around like watch saucy content.
Get a little high, fucking just
Yeah.
Just watch porn for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
or
kinda.
longer.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'd say like 15 minutes max. You know, like
Nah,
What?
no.
I don't know.
For
I
being
don't.
a fucking degenerate, you suck.
I
You're
got other
fucking-
shit to do.
God, be
God
more debauched in your
damn.
everyday life.
I've got other
Seriously.
stuff to do. I'll be
Whatever.
like, I feel bad. I'll be
Whatever.
like,
Own toys and everything.
You don't
Like,
fucking
come on,
have
man.
shit to do.
You can do so much.
What do you
better than
do?
that,
I need to make shorts for the podcast.
which you haven't done in so long.
Yeah.
I've been jacking off.
About to say, I'm pretty sure the last shorts on there were from the Halloween episode.
Yeah, I've-
weeks ago.
Well, you know what I've been doing with my time.
Jacking off.
Not
the
jacking
porn.
off, not making fucking shorts.
I did jack off to furry porn the other day. First time in a while.
Well,
Yeah, I
was
watched.
it actually furry? Was it scaly?
He was Gumball's mom.
Oh,
okay.
Mom's of Elmore.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember what her name is, but there's that like really good animation of her getting fucked by a bunch of other dudes in their bedroom. It's I watched some Adventures of Gumball and I was like, you know what? I do remember how hot that
You're
animation
like, give me
was.
that MILF mom.
Yeah. She's not even like a MILF. She's just a fucking cat lady. She's
I don't know. There's something about the design. I think it might be to do with like the hips or something. I'm really not sure.
yeah. Well, Eric knows what I'm talking about. Eric's like, I've been on the E621 a few times, and I've looked up. What is her name? Something Watterson. Watterson's her last name. Nicole. Okay, thank you. Eric's like, I've put in Nicole_Watterson into E621 at least 3 times this year.
What was it? E61.
E621. It's the it's like the furry. What would you call it? It's like the furry website for
I don't think
porn.
I go to any specific furry websites. I just like Rule
You mean
34 that shit.
E621?
E621's the big furry one. It's just this. It's just all furry stuff,
Same
and then
format as a lot of the Rule 64 or Rule 64.
it's
Rule
where
34.
all the people who make furry porn post their furry porn. It's the big famous one.
That and
DeviantArt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Do you guys ever write any fan fiction?
No,
No.
but I suck as a writer.
Did
so-
you ever try to write fan
Yes.
fiction? Okay.
Mm.
What was the first thing that you ever tried to write fan fiction of?
Star Wars, I think.
Do you remember anything about it?
No, other than it being very Mary Sue-y.
Well, I mean, Star Wars itself is a little bit Mary Sue, isn't it? I
Sure.
mean,
See,
Sure.
I was in that like anime time frame where
Mhm.
everything was Sengoku Jidai Japan.
Were you edgy?
And I tried to ride an Onimusha-esque tale, but
Did you?
I got like 1 page in,
Ah.
and it was like I'm not good at writing stories, so it was just right in the middle of something. I basically just described an action scene with way too many historical names in it,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Okay.
with like really vague demons or something like that, without like describing anything.
That's not that bad. I mean, how old were you?
15 or something. I don't know. I was in like high school,
Okay.
but it wasn't great. And
Did you show it to
didn't
anybody?
Go anywhere? Yeah. It was for my creative writing class, and she was
Oh,
just
was it?
like, she was like, "Bro, what am I supposed to do with this?"
I told you guys I won a
'Cause this
creative
other guy
writing
had,
tournament
like a
once.
40-page like book he had
Yeah.
essentially written, and I had 1 page of blathering nonsense.
Yeah, I thought I had mentioned that before. I'm pretty sure I read the poem, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have.
Okay, good. Because that thing is
Yeah, you plagiarized it, I think you said.
no. I wrote no. You said we wouldn't talk about my other channel. I wrote like a really cringy poem when I was like 11 because they forced us to do a creative writing thing.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
They
And
made you like tell it in front of like the state.
yeah. I had to go read it in front of like a board of judges.
Lord.
And I was like 11 and I just wrote like the edgiest fucking
To
poem.
do slap poetry.
No,
Darkness rises.
No, the first line was tears of blood fall on my useless hands.
That is very edgy.
Second
Yeah,
line was
yeah.
tears of eternal torment and anguish.
Ow. Oh, sorry. You cut me there. Sorry.
Yeah,
that-
I
that-
know.
that
Dude,
edge.
you're telling me. It's only like
That's gonna
12
sting
lines
for
long or
days.
something.
Oh,
Oh my god. I
Ah,
think back
damn
to
it.
that and I cringe so hard.
paper cut or a razor blade, or when you get that sheet metal and you accidentally grab onto the edge and it goes.
I
Right
almost
under your
killed one of my
fingers.
teachers with that.
Oh yeah, sheet metal. It's easy.
You almost killed a teacher?
Yeah.
How have you not told this story on the podcast before?
I'm sure I have. So
No, I would remember you almost killing a teacher.
So I was in shop class
Yeah.
when I was in
here we go.
school. And me and this other troubled kid, and I met him in ISS.
Wait, you were a troubled kid? You don't strike me as the type
No.
of troubled kid.
But I'd gotten into a fight.
All I
for-
did was
no,
smoke pot and burn mailboxes.
no, I didn't smoke pot
and-
till after college, sadly.
And
Took
I
a
was the
shit
one
in
that
his
blew up the
teacher's
mailbox.
Yeah, no, I think I was in ISS because I told the principal to fuck off.
Oh, badass, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so
Big
I
man
met
on
I met
campus.
this guy, and his first interaction with me was asking if I wanted to join the Crips.
Nice.
I want you to know he's not black.
Okay.
And
he Hispanic?
we don't live anywhere where the Crips are.
That you would be incorrect.
I mean,
I hate to
they're-
break it to you, but
technically
they're
the Crips are the only ones with a presence here, but
Yeah.
it's not
Really?
a very big one.
yeah, they're based
Ooh.
out of Columbus.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I never knew that.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, he asked me that, and
They facilitate part of the drug trade.
I was like,
Eric would know.
I declined.
He's part of the Crips.
But he was interesting enough, I guess.
That's why he's wearing a blue shirt. Yeah. It's all coming together.
Check
Anyways,
this out.
Will's wearing red. I don't know if you've noticed. So
We'll fist fight after this.
yeah.
Thanks for cutting.
Can you guys do the blood thing with your hands? You do
No.
the blood symbols?
I don't even know the symbols.
No.
You guys can't do that?
No.
I learned to do that in like middle school. It's fucking cool to just throw up. It makes for some very awkward photobombing situations.
Nah, I was only.
Hell yeah, dude. You really are part of the Crips. Anyways, yeah, the kid asked you to be part of the Crips.
Yeah. And I was a stupid redneck kid, so I declined.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hesitant.
I'm sure it came across that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm generally polite.
Yeah.
But I guess we got along because we kept hanging out. And he ended up in shop class with me. So to cut a long story shorter, we were working on metal. We were welding. And for whatever reason, we were welding some sheet metal to a project for a grade. And the sheet metal was on top of this giant shelf filled with wood, like discarded wood and just other shit that if you weren't, if you didn't have the funds to go out and buy wood from Lowe's or Home Depot, you could take other people's shitty wood that they threw away.
Yeah, scrap wood and scrap metal and stuff like that. Yeah. A lot of shops had that, so you could do little experiments. And
were you using welding masks? Just out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I was hoping that it was like badass
and I had
rogue
like a
welding.
The coolest thing is I had a Carhartt jacket. Like,
dude.
Yeah, I'd use that to weld in.
I bet you look so fucking cool.
I look badass, dude. Anyways, so all the sheet metal was on top of this big, tall shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the teacher was standing to the side of the shelf, like in front of it. So we go across, and we're short little kids. So we're holding the sheet metal up, and like I'm in front and he's in the back. And so we walk forward. There's probably 30 sheets on this.
Oh, dear.
And we're holding it from the bottom, so it's very heavy.
Jesus Christ.
But
what grade are you in?
This is somewhat long, too.
You in high school or middle school?
8th or 9th, maybe.
So
end of middle or beginning of high school.
Yeah,
so
yes.
pretty young.
Still tiny.
Yeah,
little kid.
Will.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
shorter than now.
So I'm shorter than the shelf. He's shorter than the shelf. When the sheets come off and they obviously meet my height,
Suddenly they're at an angle.
They're at an angle.
You're telling me you didn't get both of you stack yourselves on top and get a big trench coat and a top hat?
No, that was not what we did.
Okay.
And unfortunately for me, Isaac Newton was correct in his theory of gravity.
Yeah. Figure that out real quick.
All of these weighted metal sheets started sliding down.
Oh my God.
In a very quick and dangerous motion.
Very dangerous. That could have sliced fingers.
And just so happened to be going the same direction as the agricultural science teacher's leg.
Jesus Christ.
So luckily for him, he was at just the right distance to only get deeply cut.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did he get cut?
Got him?
Yeah, we
nicked him?
definitely nicked him.
Oh,
yeah, he
where?
learned that my name was the fucking Lord that day.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Did he start screaming?
No, he didn't start screaming. He's very tough. He's a tough guy. But no, we had to we were like, oh my God, because he's bleeding bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because it was the very top piece of metal that came down and got him.
Like in the thigh?
Yeah, right in the leg, upper thigh, upper leg area.
Jeez. Did it dig in? Was it like a big
it was bleeding.
Yeah,
he ripped his pants. He was bleeding through his pants.
Oh fuck.
So he was holding his leg, right?
Yeah.
And he was go call the nurse.
Yeah.
And so we went and called the nurse. Obviously, she came up there, and we all were giggling like crazy because the nurse was on her knees.
You little shitheads! It's fucking so much pain.
Everyone in the class was surrounding him.
Yeah, they were probably worried.
And no, we were all giggling because the nurse was on her knees, looking at the wound, obviously, but it was in an area on his upper thigh, so obviously it looked like she was giving him a blowjob. So we were all stifling a giggle, and he was blushing and just fucking shut up.
Oh my God!
Oh, it was so funny.
Did he have to take his pants and pull them down so she could
I think
see?
she had to cut his pants.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so he had to get stitches, I believe.
Makes sense.
And then I think the next time that I did a thing to him, I stole his keys on accident.
Did the kid tell you? Did the kid tell you that he that you were officially in the Crips from that point on?
No, the only way I could join the Crips was getting beaten, and I wasn't interested in getting beaten.
Yeah, but look what you did to the fucking teacher, dude.
He was cool. I was I can't remember if I was an honorary or something, but we were cool.
You were honorary Crip member?
Maybe, I don't know.
Hell yeah, dude.
We were cool, though.
You said you stole his keys.
Yeah, so he was building a greenhouse. That was the big ag project for the year. And
what is ag?
Agricultural science.
Okay.
They teach you how to be a farmer and shit.
Okay.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's very Mississippi. We didn't have that, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
we
only
didn't. That was weird.
Anyways, greenhouse. Why was he building a greenhouse?
So we could learn how to plant stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so my first ag teacher was like retiring very soon, so he didn't give a shit.
Cool.
So he didn't teach us anything. All he did was give us a safety test and like told us to go out in the shop and just build whatever,
Based.
and we'd get an A, and we were like, awesome. Then
That's
the
how
next
metal trades went for me.
nice, and then my next ag teacher, like, because that guy retired after that year. The next guy was like a young teacher who was very into agricultural science. So like that whole first year was us learning like the differences between chickens, between the different breeds of cows, which cows are better for dairy, which cows are better for beef. Joining the FFA.
What was the FFA?
The Future Farmers of America.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just
like
you could go, if you were good enough, you could go to tractor competitions.
Tractor competitions.
Yeah,
Where they
you
do what?
So what you do
Please
is
tell me it's like drag racing with tractors.
no, well, kind of, but not quite.
Kind of. Hell yes.
Do races with like loading and unloading things, like picking up hay bales and stuff like that.
Sort of like, so the big thing for us was like being able to look at a tractor, figuring out what was wrong with it, and then repairing it.
Okay.
So like that was the competition he was the most interested in. So that
Engine repair, basically.
Not
yeah.
necessarily. Could
So
be
like
tire
the
repair.
competition would be, yeah, it could be anything. The competition was like the judge would go around and like break 5 things on the tractor, and you had to figure out what it was. They wouldn't tell you anything. You just had to know.
Okay. We did. I did. Like a health. I don't remember. It was like the pre-med like equivalent of
And then you
like.
had to fix it and drive the tractor.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had to
shit.
do the we had to do that with like diagnoses. Like we had to the teacher would like give you like a sheet that had like 5 problems like with a person on it. And then they did like a dummy thing where they would like they had like dummies that had different symptoms, and then you would have to be like diagnose the dummy correctly. I don't know. I feel like they probably did that for a lot of classes then.
Then they gave you a real human, and if they die, you fail.
Yeah.
The,
They give you a gun with 1 bullet in it, and they say if he's a lost cause, just put him down.
yeah. The next year after that, we actually finally got to go back to the shop, and that's where that happened.
15.
So we were
CCs.
building a greenhouse, anyways, and he gave me his keys to go get something out of his office.
Yeah.
But like he was on a tractor at the time, so not wanting to be around him in a tractor, I put the keys in my pocket and just forgot to give it to him. And so like that afternoon, he called me.
Okay.
And it was like, "Hey, you took my keys.
Okay.
I can't leave the school. You need to come back."
Did you hurt him again?
No.
Okay, I
I
thought
took
you were
his
saying-
keys. He couldn't leave.
I thought you were going for like, this is how I hurt him the second time, and I was gonna be like, God damn it!
I hurt him emotionally.
Eric, did you ever hurt a teacher? Did you ever physically damage a teacher? I told you guys, I punched my teacher in the face that one time.
I ever physically hurt a teacher?
No, all my teachers were ready to fucking scrap, dude.
Yeah, I do not doubt
You
that.
did not want to scrap with our
Country
teachers.
country Mississippi teachers.
Dude, they would like if a fight broke out, they would fucking charge in like fucking like Superman. Dude.
the second school that I went to, the
Oh yeah, I stabbed a teacher once.
Did you?
But
Badass.
to be fair, it was a ninjutsu teacher.
What'd you stab him with?
A twin hook sword.
Was it cool?
That was pretty cool.
What did you do? Tell me the story. What happened? What were you doing at the time?
Well, he was trying to get me over the fear of trying to spar with real weapons.
Ah.
So what he did to do this is he grabbed a spear off the wall and started jabbing at me with it.
Okay.
The spear, of course, being real, which, of course, alarmed me. So then
If you jab that spear at me, I will stab you, sir.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what he wanted me to do. So, I don't know if you know much about twin hook swords, but they've got like 8 points on them between the 2 of them. They have giant crescents on the handle guards that end in 2 points facing forward, a spike on the hilt, and then it curves into a hook, which obviously has another point on it. That's 4 points for each thing. These weren't sharpened or bladed, but a point is a point.
Yeah.
So, they're made for blocking and controlling other people's weapons and then, like, stabbing them with one of the many, many points. So I
So you
parried
did.
the spear and slid the fucking sword down the hilt, or the the pole of the spear and stabbed him in his hand.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Did
I
he
mean,
have to
there's
go to-
pretty much no way to block and parry with that without stabbing your opponent. They're kind of designed to work that way. So
Was he okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all
I
right.
mean, I stabbed him real good, but he was all right. I just, as I said, they weren't like sharpened. So after
Did
the
he get a
point dug
blowjob
in-
afterwards?
No, he didn't get a blowjob. I stabbed him in the hand.
Well, did he get a hand job afterwards?
Yeah, he gave me a bloody hand job. That's how it works afterwards. He said, "Good job, boy. Good job. You did it."
You're like,
that's
I don't know if this is sanitary.
It's not. Enjoy the dirtiness. This is how you get your red belt. With a white stripe in. Podcast listeners, I am so sorry that you guys can't see Will's face.
No, that's the name of the episode right there.
How to get your red belt
With a white stripe.
with a white stripe. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you asked me if
I
I'd
got
ever physically harmed a teacher before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
got mine.
stabbed the shit out of him, but he was a martial arts teacher, so that kind of negates some of it.
I got my brown belt.
Y'all don't want to know how you're
Yeah.
supposed to get a brown belt?
Yeah, how do you
Let's just say it comes after the red belt, and it happens after you visit the teacher's
Yeah,
house.
you usually do that when I was gonna say in private.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he pulls it out and he says, "Here's your brown belt, boy." Now you got to earn that new white stripe.
Why is sexual abuse so funny?
Because of Catholics.
I guess.
Catholics ruined
Future
it.
Patrick, play some cyberpunk music.
Oh.
In today's corporate news,
Yeah.
Netflix is complaining it has tons of amazing shows and movies in their library that nobody watches. And all
Really?
I have to say is maybe try fucking advertising them.
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah, like, I mean,
Your app only shows like the absolute most popular shit.
Yeah, it
If you
shows
have-
like 10 things on the front page.
Yes, if you have the most amazing shows ever, fucking show me.
You guys watch Yu Yu Hakusho yet?
I saw the first episode.
Me
I thought it
too.
was
What'd you think?
interesting. I don't know what to think of it. It's not deep enough yet. I had my wife watch it with me, and she's never seen or heard of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mm.
So I was like, well, this should be interesting. You're coming in neutral.
Yeah,
was
Kira
just
watched
like-
the first season kind of with me. We watched about half the first season. What about you,
Yeah.
Will? Did you see the live action
I
Yu
have
Yu
not
Hakusho?
seen it. How do they treat the best girl?
Botan?
No,
Keiko?
no.
Bro, it's episode 1.
Oh no,
How far
you know
do you
who I'm
think-
talking about.
Genkai?
There aren't any other females in the first episode. It's just
No, no,
Botan
no,
and
no.
Keiko.
Oh, no, you're
his
right.
mom?
No. His
His
rival.
mom?
His rival. Kuwabara.
Kuwabara?
Okay, Kuwabara.
They treat Kuwabara pretty well.
I'm okay with Kuwabara.
Yeah.
I'll always miss that English dub voice actor.
Because they do it like this.
Yeah,
why
like-
did they not get Christopher Sabat to do the English voice dub for the
He might
for
have
the
said
show?
no. He might have said no.
He might have said no. Sure, he
Yeah.
might have said no, but it's wildly unlikely considering that he owns his own voice acting company and does all of the voice acting for Funimation. I mean, he's the
He might
voice
just-
acting director for Funimation.
Wanted a unique take, maybe, I guess.
Maybe,
Which he's
but-
not, like... I mean, he's not quite as over-the-top looking as Kuwabara from the cartoon, but
He's still pretty
Everybody's-
over the top.
I heard he's blonde now.
yeah.
He was already blonde. He just wasn't the
No, he was
fucking
redheaded.
Ginger.
He was ginger.
Yeah, but it was the
Orange.
color that it was like implied that he dyed it. You know, it was like his hair was that color because he was
Everyone in Japan who doesn't
Ganguro.
have black hair is fucking dyeing it. That's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
That's
he's a-
beside the point.
He's a Ganguro character,
I mean-
and he's a Ganguro character in the live action.
It's actually a point in Bleach is that he has like natural blonde hair, and so everyone constantly accuses him of dyeing it.
Yeah, of being a delinquent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's like,
just
oh,
like-
he's a yeah.
Yeah, he's a delinquent because he has like orangey blondie hair or whatever.
Let me tell you the
Speaking of Japan,
what's that?
Did you see that they banned live streaming?
Oh,
No,
wow.
all together.
Yes,
Dude, he really fucked it that hard.
that hard. Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Did you not see
Johnny Sasaki? what
Johnny
was his-
Somali?
Johnny Somali.
No,
And
I have no
fucking
idea
There's
who
a
this is.
guy named look this up later. There's a guy named Jolly Somali. he made a video. He did live streams when he was visiting Japan, going around where like people would like send him money, and like it would just scream out Hiroshima,
Nagasaki,
yeah.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah, and like in front of like all these Japanese people too. He would like I don't know. He just insult them.
What was the plant that had the nuclear meltdown? Fukushima. Fukushima, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fukushima.
Yeah.
He's just going around saying that. It's like people like on the subway.
He would call them racist. He'd call himself
black, so he would call them
Luffy D Monkey or something like that, and he would he wear a straw hat.
That is dangerous.
Oh, well,
he got punched out.
Yeah, he got punched out once or twice, and he kept doing this because he kept getting away with it because Japan's so polite. But then he finally fucked up.
Wasn't it a Korean tourist who punched him out?
I don't remember. This whole white guy.
Okay, so
punched him
there
out
are
at one
two
point,
stories
I think.
that I heard. The first time when I saw the first video where he gets punched out, I got told, or I was reported to, that it was a Korean tourist, and so it absolved the Japanese people or whatever. So they're still like really polite. But then I heard, and this is still a rumor, I don't know. But then I heard it was Japanese people disguised as Korean tourists.
How would you tell the difference?
I don't want to answer that question because I feel like it's a trap.
Were they pulling their eyes to the side really hard with their fingers?
I feel like this is a trap. I'm not going to answer this.
Here's the trick. What he did is he eventually wandered onto an active construction site.
Yes.
He suddenly found that the Japanese guy was not polite and ran at him immediately and was just you gotta get the fuck out of here.
They were with their girlfriends.
Well, construction sites are also where the mob hangs out. So,
well, here's the funny thing. That was finally enough to get him arrested.
Okay.
And
they have so much footage.
Because he's been such an irreprehensible jackass over the last 3 months.
Is he still being held?
Oh, son.
Yeah.
He's getting double dicked down. They threw the entire book at him. That's 3 to 5 years for trespassing in Japanese prison. And here's the best part. His visa expires before his sentence is up. And guess what? That's another crime and another sentence. They have made an example out of him.
All right.
Because he kept walking around like he was fucking
Johnny,
invincible.
Sacrificed on the altar of pranks.
And
let me tell you something about the
has
Japanese...
a 99.9% conviction
Yeah,
rate.
I was going to say, let me tell you something about the Japanese judicial system. When you do get arrested...
You don't get representation, by the way.
Yeah, when you do get arrested, if you do something like that in Japan and you do go to jail... Like Eric said, there's a 99% conviction rate, and also there's a 99% chance that they will make an example of you. Almost every time somebody breaks the law in Japan and does something like that, I mean, they throw the book at you. They do not do the thing America does.
I would disagree. Normally, if it's a foreigner, they just deport
I'm not talking
you.
about foreigners.
Okay.
I'm just talking about like for Japanese people.
For nationals.
Yeah, if you break the law in Japan, they throw the fucking book at you because they know that you know better.
Mm-hmm.
And that, we should pick that up. Maybe we should do a little bit of that in the United States. Maybe.
Well, as long as we get rid of the slavery on our books, yeah, sure.
Well, what about the... Never mind. Not gonna comment.
I've said it before, just go ahead and execute the entire top 40% of the prison population.
I was
Let the
waiting until we
entire
got
bottom 40% go
But,
because none of their crimes were serious
what's
enough.
crazy to me-
Keep that middle 20%, and then they're the only ones who did bad enough crimes that deserve to be in prison, but are also rehabilitatable.
What's wild to me is the no representation.
No lawyer.
Yeah, if you get arrested in Japan, and you did something bad enough, even as like a foreigner, if you get arrested and you did something bad enough to go to jail, they don't help you at all. From what stories I hear, they don't like they may give you a paper with like translation, but like they don't help you understand jack shit.
Yeah, that was your job before you got here.
Yeah. And it is your responsibility to understand how to get representation. They don't tell you how. They won't. No lawyer will come and be like, "I'm your public
your public
defendant." That will not happen.
So live streaming in general is just banned in Japan now.
From what I understand, yes.
How are they going to enforce that?
I assume they
case
will
by
arrest
case,
you.
live
Yeah.
stream
I assume if
in
you get
Japan.
reported for live streaming, or like if you are live streaming in like a restaurant or something like that, and people tell you to stop and do not, I assume you will be arrested.
Okay, so is it specifically vlogging then? Can you still like stream on Twitch?
No, I think that's what specifically is banned. I think like if you're just doing a video and then you end it or whatever, I think that might still be allowed.
Okay, so you can film in public still.
Live stream.
You can't live stream
Yeah.
in public.
You can't just be like, you can't just live stream in public.
So can you live stream to Twitch like in your own house?
Yes.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah, I would assume so.
Okay,
They're
so it's-
basically just
but, like, you
stopping
couldn't
these
do it in,
fucking
like, a-
kick people and stuff.
Yeah, and you couldn't do it like in a public restaurant or like the subway.
I gotta say, I'm not against that.
There was
Live
another
streaming in
dude-
public is kind of horrendous.
Yeah, there was another dude who fucking just
Yeah.
stole his way across all the public transportation.
Oh yeah,
He
that
just
dude.
kept sneaking into
Well,
fucking
I think
buses.
that dude's
that the
what
same
actually
guy?
crossed the line. No, it was a different guy.
Cross the
Completely
line or
different
cross the border?
No, I think he like actually crossed the line for Twitch or for Japan to be like, okay, this is over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think that guy also got arrested. I'm not sure. I feel like it's on.
Yeah,
For
he
some
did.
reason, I
He
feel like
did.
it's the
Was
same
this guy
No, it was not
American?
the same guy.
This
Both,
black
yeah,
guy?
both were American. I
Both of
believe.
them. What is it with Americans going to Asian countries and then just getting fucking
Making
well-
us
terrible
all look
decisions?
like fucking assholes.
Well, both American and Chinese, I think, have the worst tourists, from what I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've
I don't
heard
doubt that. Americans
First
are
you get-
probably super rude, and then the Chinese don't have like the same social cues that we do in public.
Well, I think the problem with the Chinese and American alike are we're just not polite at all. Like we're so the propaganda our country feeds us is so you're above everything.
Individuality.
Yes.
Yeah, we have individuality.
Well,
as a
kind of.
culture.
I mean, China's not the same. They're more like
it's a
community
different
based, right?
kind of pride.
It's a different kind of pride, but they're both. I think both Americans and Chinese feel like we are superior to the rest of the world. So, like for example, an American might carve their name into Stonehenge, or a Chinese dude might carve his name into the Colosseum.
I
Or,
find
like, pick a rock off of a pyramid.
Yeah,
I find that both upsetting and understandable from like a running a nation standpoint.
yeah,
From running a nation standpoint, you want your propaganda to be we're the best.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, probably.
Though I don't agree with it from a personal standpoint, I feel like you're not really going to get away with running a nation without your propaganda being that way.
I feel like to be the best, you have to have that level of confidence of like, yeah, I'm the fucking shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like Europe did that for a long time.
I
Not
mean,
Europe, England. Excuse me.
I'm gonna say Europe still does that, just not to the same degree.
Well, Central
Europe
Europe's
has
a
their
little
own-
bit scared of hyper-nationalist beliefs.
I'm about to say
yeah. They got a little bit of a history.
Europe has their own problems with European pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eric, as we've already been over, you're the one who knows all about this. Why don't you educate us about hyper-nationalism that took place in Europe?
Yeah, a little bit too much national pride.
When
It's
was
just
Hitler's
like,
birthday?
420, I believe.
Are we a Nazi podcast now?
I'll have to ask Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
I'll
just
post
said
this
the
on
N-word.
hard R too.
What is the most interesting date in human history?
What is the most-
14.
Something. I don't know. I think I remember
1492.
Yeah, yeah,
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
You know what this
That's
is?
it.
literally 1984.
There's nothing interesting or
Dude.
important that happened 4 years before then that needs to be discussed.
do you know what the equivalent of what we just did was?
Just saying.
We essentially found a dog whistle and then just went.
we could do that.
That's what we did.
Oh,
you're
fucking
right.
Jesus. Now we're going to have a bunch of alt-right, racist, Nazi, KKK members following the podcast. Please like and subscribe as well while you're there.
I want you all to know. I want you all to know that if you give Patrick money and he ever decides to give me money, it's going to go to communist.
Yeah, it's gonna go to saying communist dog whistles instead.
Yeah.
I'm
of
just going to
Nazi
go to
dog whistles.
Exactly.
guns, but I'm not going to give them to racists.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
the
going to just
NRA.
hoard them at my house.
He's gonna start his own private military company. In the
mean,
newest episode,
God,
the
not
one that
against
comes out 2 before this one, in the Boy and the Heron episode, I mean, Will does drop a hard R
Yeah.
a few times when talking about the
had to
and you
bleep
do
it.
too.
What, retard?
No,
Oh, yeah, when we said
Did Did
over
we
and
ever
over
confirm
again.
that
I
was her
forgot about
name?
that.
What was her name?
It was not that. Her name was not the N-word. I can tell you right now.
No, I'm pretty sure it was that was
no.
it.
Stop it! You're making Patrick work more.
Yeah. Stop saying the N-word on the podcast.
Can you, instead of beeping it, can it be the SpongeBob beep sound effects?
Absolutely.
Where it's like, like dolphin noises?
Yeah, absolutely.
For what?
I'll do that for you.
Huh?
For what? Like when we say what?
Naomi?
You got him. You got him.
This
That was a
guy.
soft A, though. I'm proud of you.
He's getting better.
Yeah, he's getting better.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
We'll get him to take down that rebel flag right next to the Nazi, and then we'll finally get to that Nazi flag.
I had a Confederate hat for a long time. Actually. For a really long time.
It's the South.
Why?
I bought it at the what's that fucking fair called? At the
Cornbread Fair?
At the Railroad Festival.
I'm not asking
the
where you bought
Railroad
it.
Festival.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, why would you buy it? Like, why
I
would
was
you
a
get
kid
it?
and I thought it was cool.
You thought what was cool?
The Civil War.
Okay, the Civil War is kind of tight. Civil War is kind of badass.
They didn't have Union hats.
I
thought you were gonna be like, they didn't
Confederate
have-
hats had the Confederate flag on them.
No,
they didn't have
had
Confederate
little,
uniforms.
They had little rifles crossed on the gray hat.
Yeah, that if they had a
It was like a little
uniform.
child. It was just a little child.
You
hat.
are the type of dude who would do a Civil War reenactment. You're totally the type of dude.
Yeah.
I'm enough of a history nerd to like pretend, and an actor,
If someone asked,
and a gun aficionado.
someone asked me if I was interested in going to do one, I would.
I want to ask
It's
you a
like
question, but I think it
But
might
I
offend you.
wouldn't want to get off. I've looked into it, and I don't want to. It's a lot of work.
I want to ask you a question, but I'm afraid it'll offend you.
Okay.
Are you white enough to be in the Civil War reenactment? Will
Yeah,
they
I-
make you not?
Actually,
will they
he's
be like?
exactly
Yeah, I'm
he's
white
exactly
passing.
the whitest. He's the whitest. Okay.
Will they let black people
Will
into the Civil
is
War
the
reenactment? Is what I'm
exact-
asking. Will they let them do it?
Will is the exact kind of Native American who normally participated in the Civil
I'm
War.
just
They look really
saying,
white, you know.
I like if a black dude
Yes!
goes up there
Oh,
and
they
wants to
had
do it.
freedom.
Will they let him do
regiments.
it?
Yeah, he could fight on like. They'd probably.
What if
Actually,
what if he
technically,
says-
he could fight on either
if he was
side,
if he was
technically.
interested, I think this would be.
Y'all not remember when Eric Andre did this on his thing?
I've never seen it, but this would be so fucking funny. It would make so many people uncomfortable. But like in the actual Civil War, the Confederates would use slaves to like help load cannons, dig trenches.
Yeah, they were frontline fighters.
Stuff like that. No, they well
They didn't
maybe I don't
usually
know.
give
They
them guns.
usually
They
didn't give
did
them guns
sometimes.
because
No, I mean like
slave
front lines
revolts.
as in they were there and could get shot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they were on the front
yeah.
lines.
Yeah, they were on the-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not they gave them guns, but they could get shot.
But
Did you hear
it
my
would
voice
it
crack
would
there?
be yeah.
Yes, we did.
It would be so fucking funny, but like very interesting if they could actually find people who were who were interested in reenacting it. But it would
You mean black people being the slaves on
Yes.
the battlefield at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
And
Eric
I-
Andre did.
But wouldn't that just be fucking so uncomfortable to be the fucking guy who's like, yep, load that cannon.
It was Eric Andre and that Hannibal Buress. They went on to like Civil War reenactments, and they went up there dressed like slaves with like manacles on, kept running up to be like, "Oh, what you need, massa?" like all that kind of stuff.
Load that cannon, you
I've
dirty
seen that.
I've seen
Naomi.
that. I was about to say, I know you have to have seen that.
It's so fucking funny.
That was pretty good.
I-
That's one of his
I-
best things I've ever seen.
I
was like,
need
that's
more of it,
hilarious.
honestly. It's so damn funny.
I don't think him and Hannibal are friends anymore.
That's too bad. Who broke up with who?
I want to say Hannibal broke up with Eric because Eric.
Any
is a
good
little
gossip
much.
on that, or like is it just
No, you'd have to go check with Steve-O on that.
Okay.
He was on like the Steve-O's podcast. I think they
Ah.
talked about it there. I want to say, but I don't remember.
okay?
But Eric Andre is a bit much, so I can understand.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
like, yeah,
He gets
some of
like
the-
completely blasted on LSD before every episode of the Eric Andre show. That was his technique.
Oh,
In case you didn't know why he was so sweaty and weird looking every time. Yeah, that
He's
was
tripping
that he was
balls.
tripping serious balls before every single episode.
that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a
Uh,
lot more sense. And that also explains why he was so fucking scared of the bear.
I would just be scared.
I
of the
think he
bear.
had every right to be scared of that bear. That was a loose grizzly bear.
Dude.
Yeah, but imagine you're a loose grizzly bear on
Do you
your
wanna
show
hear the most horror-
and you're tripping balls on LSD.
It did take him a minute to finally get up and walk away.
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
seat.
He was like, "Oh no."
Do you want to hear the most horrifying bear story I've ever
Patrick,
heard?
play the audio clip of Eric getting killed by the bear. Thank you. Yes, continue.
All right,
Yeah, it was
so
a rough day for me that day.
back, I don't remember. I don't know the exact dates, but let's just say back in the day,
Okay.
there was a man-eating bear on the loose.
Happens.
It was fuck huge, biggest bear you probably ever heard about.
Sure.
And I think it weighed like 2 tons or some bullshit number.
Yeah, good 4 digits in the
Fucking ridiculous numbers. Anyways,
1,000+ pounds.
it was breaking into people's houses like the fucking Cocaine Bear movie and
Yeah,
just eating people.
Eating people.
Yeah.
It's worth knowing the actual cocaine bear died about 45 feet away from the cocaine when his heart exploded.
I'm kind of upset
But,
that you guys were talking over me screaming "Load the cannon, you dirty Naomi" earlier. Kind of.
I'm sorry that I ruined your
Kinda
Racist joke.
Yeah, like
kinda-
that.
Ooh.
Man,
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Do I cut that whole bit out now?
Maybe. I don't
Just
care.
put a beep. I don't
Yes.
know. I had to think about
Do you
it.
let it
Continue with your
fly?
bear story.
So they hired, or the government, got like 500, they're not National Guard because this didn't happen in
You're gonna
America.
say nationalists.
No, this isn't National Guard because it didn't happen to America, but they're a National Guard equivalent
Mm-hmm.
local militia.
to protect the villagers of whatever this town.
Mhm.
But they spotted the bear in the woods, and so all 50 of them left the town to go hunt the bear.
500 or 50?
It was, I think, 50 actually.
Okay.
500 is a little excessive.
Okay. So a big group of all the
Yeah.
best hunters and
No,
local
they were not
soldiers
hunters.
died.
They were National Guard.
Wait, is this the story that you told
What
us on the
time period is
podcast?
this?
This is this isn't like Flintlock era. We're not talking, but this is like not like AR-15s and stuff.
Okay.
So like Smith and Wesson revolver.
Sure.
Yeah,
Like,
six
I'm not
shooters.
talking black powder, but I'm not talking rapid fire either.
Yeah, 6 shooters.
So
are
we're
the-
talking like
bolt
early
action type.
1900s lever actions, revolvers,
Yeah,
bolt
yeah,
actions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, these guys went to find the bear. And then they discovered the bear's tracks doubled back after a while. The bear had tricked them. And
Oh, it lured them into the woods and then snuck back into town to kill more
so
people.
in order to protect all the villagers, they had put all of them into one building.
Oh no.
Amongst these people was a pregnant woman. When the bear broke into the building and mauled and destroyed everything in there and all the people, she was one of the few people that was left. I don't know if there's audio recording, but I know this is the story.
An audio recording.
I don't remember. Maybe there's not, but this is what I heard.
Yeah.
That she begged the bear to spare her unborn child, and the bear complied, kinda. Because the child was born, but then died shortly after. But the bear had eaten the mother alive, and eaten everything but her stomach, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, bears are fucking terrifying, and you should be afraid of them.
I'm trying to think of
grizzly bears are very, very scary.
why didn't it just eat the baby?
Anyway, so after that,
because it was filled with the other 49 villages.
Yeah, barely anyone survived that attack. And so later, then a group of 5 hunters finally went out and shot the fucking thing. And I believe the village, what was left of the village, had it for steak.
And I think we all know what the real lesson was here. If the civilian villagers had been gun-owning civilian villagers, then
Yeah,
when...
this didn't happen in America. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
See?
See? Yep.
See? Whole like,
but you know, there's no
whole
audio
village.
recording.
The Second Amendment, folks.
I don't know why I said audio recording. I think it's because there's a lot of bear audio recordings that are just terrifying.
Two guys with single shot shotguns that had slugs equipped in them could just taking turns popping that bear till it dropped.
Also,
But,
Will said that they ate the bear afterwards, and I'm like, I
course
would
they
not want to
fucking ate
eat
the bear.
the bear after it ate all those people.
Yeah, they ate the bear afterwards.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'd be like, that ate a bunch of people.
If I
I don't
caught the
know.
coyote that ate my cats, I'd have eaten part of it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know if I would do that. That just seems like
Why not? You kill and eat.
mainly what the coyote, maybe sure, but like if I knew these people who died in this village, like if I had ever met any of them and then the bear ate them, I would be like, I don't want to like repurpose dead guy that I just
never want to be
met.
attacked by a bear.
You what?
I never want to be attacked by a bear.
Well, good news. There's
Yeah,
only a
like-
few of them here.
Yeah, well, black bears are all we got here, and we barely have any.
I saw a decapitated head of a bear on the highway the other day.
Wow.
I have no idea. It was a black bear, but it was just the fucking head, like it fell off a truck or something.
Wow.
That's intense.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Didn't you see a dog get hit by like a semi truck?
Yeah,
Why
I did.
would you say that? But
Yeah.
Yes, I guess. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think.
He's
not
referring
sure
to
if
the
I've
time I
actually
saw us. I looked in my rearview mirror. A dog walked into the highway. I swerved out of the way. I looked in my rearview mirror. 18-wheeler right behind me smashes into the
It
dog,
just exploded.
and the
right?
dog just exploded.
Oh.
And I was like traumatized for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But the dog went under the wheel, out the back wheels, and just into pieces. And I was like, holy shit! I was like, that's, you know. In Yu Yu Hakusho, when he gets run over by the truck, it doesn't look anything like that. And all I could think in my head when that happened was, that's bullshit. He'd be in giant spindly pieces. I've seen it. I done seen that shit. I seen a dog get hit by a truck.
I did like how visceral him getting hit by the car was. That did kind of surprise me.
Not
briefly.
visceral enough, but the choreography on that show is the best part. Anyways, this has been the Anything Cast. I'm Patrick.
I love you. I mean, I'm Eric.
I love you too.